Welcome to Mind Body Motion YouTube channel. I have a quick question for you. Do you have any muscle pain in your body right now? My hope is that you don't, but if you do, let's dive a little bit into that and see what it could be causing the pain. So one of the main things that happens when we have soreness or pain in our bodies is we've been doing too much of one action, one activity, or not enough. Meaning like we driving too much, too long periods of time, we sit it too long periods of time, either the computer or something else. But what really happens is when we lack of nutrition, water, and oxygen, then the body starts to dry up. So muscle fibers like to be lubricated, they like to have enough nourishment, they like to have enough water in there so they can slide within each other. Okay, when we have an injury or we work out too hard and we don't have enough nutrition, enough water, enough oxygen to repair the damage that we cause to those fibers, the natural response of the body it is to heal that. And unfortunately, it doesn't heal the way it was. It's trying to just mend it up, and that's when we have a scar. So we call it scar tissue because it was too much of friction on that. And sometimes we overwork that tissue, even though that is not ready. We continue working and working it, making the scar thicker. So in today's video, we're going to use the Thera to share with you some information on how can you do self-releases yourself and start learning how to relieve pain in your body. We're also going to be use the large ball to do stretches after we do the myofascial releases. Okay, so one of the main things, again, it is for us to have enough water, oxygen, and nutrition. If you have a need to find out what is your metabolic type that it matches your body type, then give us a call and we can help you decide what is the best ratio of carbohydrates, protein, and fats that it will suit you better to have a really excellent day and continue to get better and don't have pain. So let's do those myofascial releases and stretches, and we'll see you at the gym. Let's get started with 40 seconds on and 50-second rest. So we're going to look for the first stop on the right side of the rib cage, on the lower part between the pelvis and the rib cage. So you see I'm trying to look for the sore spot there close to the spine. So the line, vertical line, signifies the spine, the spinal column. So don't go close to that area. Stay away from that area there. Once you find the spot that is tense and it gives you pain, then start pushing into it, put more pressure with the Thera into that one spot. Now let's take 15-second rest and work on the breathing there and start preparing, looking for the other higher spot there. So I'm getting a little bit higher there into the rib cage, and then we start it again. Breathing is the very key here, okay? Deep breath. As you breathe, take an expansion of your ribs, and that will also put more pressure on the trigger point that it may be active. Nice breathing. Now we're going to be switching to the other side. Look for that one spot. And again, it's different on each one of us there. So look for the location there, and you may have more than one or two or more. I mean, many times I'll find many myself. And see, now I'm going further. This side, I have the tension where I'm having pain is a little further, way further than the other one was from the center of the spine. Very good. So you rest and then look for the higher spot. And these areas, they get really, really tense on us, and many times we don't pay attention to that. Sometimes when you press on that spot that I'm looking for right now, you may feel pain down to your buttocks. It will spill down. You'll be surprised to find pain that you thought it was down on your lower back, but it was higher. That's a very tender spot for me right there. And also that's where I usually bend to the right side. So that puts a lot of stress on that one area. Very good. So this concludes the part of the Thera cane. So now we're going to proceed to do some release of the lower back by going over the ball. And we'll have release of extending the spine. So the goal right here is for you to form your body on the ball. If you don't have a ball this size, the balls that we use is a ball that is very firm and it's anti-burst. So it's not going to be a ball that it can just explode underneath you and then you end up on the floor really quick. So if you need a ball, please give us a call. We'll be able to supply you with that and also with the Thera cane. So extending the body that I'm contracting it and the muscle that I was working on, that we're working on right now. And now you contract it and you stretch it. I'm shifting my hips a little lower now. Now will cause a little more counterbalance and open up the midsection much better. You do that. So as you lean over, dropping your head, draw your belly button in, and that will increase the release on the lengthening of your lumbar spine and thoroughly the whole spine actually. Draw your belly button in. Rocking a little bit. And we're going to be shifting positions. And we're going to go on the side. So I like to use the wall, especially if I don't have somehow to hold myself up. So it's difficult for me to stay in position due to slippery floor. Because you want to pull the right arm with your left hand. And as I'm moving my arm forward, my hip is going back. Okay, so it's like a twist, like wringing a towel. So as I'm going with my shoulder back, my hip will go forward. You want to feel a really nice stretch on the side of your, abdomen or lower back. Okay, so now we're going to switch sides. And again, you can take your time. If you need more time to accommodate yourself, but it's best if you sit on the ball, and then from there you can lean. Now find where you feel it. It will match up. Once you find a good center, it feels really good on your rib cage there. Opens it up really nice. And again, the idea is for us to bring nourishment onto these areas that we hardly ever move when we're not active or we sit too many hours or drive too long distances. So remember to rotate your pelvis opposite than your shoulders. Very good. Now we're going to go on our back. I'm just going to stretch that really good there. And again, for safety, you want to have your feet there. As you're doing that, press your hips against the ball as you reach out with your hands over your head. Good breathing there, expanding your rib cage. Very good. Just keep working on your breathing. This is an excellent routine to do prior to the last video we posted last Friday. You can get your body ready. And again, I'm doing a little bit of rocking here, so that allows you to go a little bit more distraction on the front of your body. The quads, they get a lot of tension there, so it's a good opportunity to lengthen them. Also, the underneath your arms, the lats, they're a very excellent stretch to do those right now here. Okay, now we're gonna do a little bit of retentioning so you can get your glutes and hamstrings engaged, your lower abs. And you know, it's very slippery where I'm at right now there, so choose a surface that's not slippery and make sure you have a good traction on your feet. So the idea here right now is just to get a good position of your lumbar spine. You don't want to go too high on your arch. Make sure your glutes are, you have to engage your glutes. Otherwise, you won't be able to go up. It's an excellent exercise right now to retention everything and get you ready. Okay, so taking a break. We'll do another 40 seconds. So visualize like you're standing up. You have the same position there. So one guidance on having the good center on the ball, the base of my neck is close to the center or the apex of the ball, or center of the ball. Hold in a good position. And this will conclude this routine here. Let us know how you're feeling. Keep on moving, and then we'll keep looking into how to serve you and give you more information to stay healthy and with a nice movable body. And keep on moving, and we'll see you next week.